Hi everybody. I got a Syma X5C. This is a nice little quadcopter that includes a camera for recording video. It has comes with a 2 gig micro SD card, and it records video and takes photos directly on the card. And then once you land, you pull the card out and you get to watch your video. This is just kind of hovering, getting a feel for it. It's really kind of the first time I've flown it outside. I tried once the first day it arrived, and it was just a little too windy. It was flyable, but it kept leaning into the wind. So here we are coming down, just out in the front yard. It's late in the evening. It's starting to get dark. As a matter of fact, I noticed how much darker it seemed when the video finished versus when I first started here. I'm not editing this on purpose. There are some boring parts. I'm sorry, you can fast forward if you want to. But the length of this video is also a good demonstration of the flight time of the Syma X5C. I started off with a Cheerson CX-10. That's the little tiny guy and perfect for flying around in the house and getting used to it. And then I wanted to step up to the Syma X5C, so it'd be a more stable platform, and I'm still kind of learning some of the more advanced pilot techniques. It gets weird when you lose your orientation and it's not like facing away from you like you're used to flying all the time. That's the next thing I got to get over. But here we are going to do a chimney inspection. I didn't really intend to get quite this close, but this isn't first person, whatever what's FPV stand for, first person video. I'm flying line of sight looking at the quadcopter as it's flying around, and as I started descending there I realized I got a little bit close, but having some fun. The rest of the video here I'm going to try and do a pass in front of the house. I think is coming up next if I remember, and then I do some laps going around the yard, getting used to doing what they call walking the dog, where you just walk along behind the quadcopter, but you're trying to do good coordinated turns and all that. So this is the part where I got up in the tree and wanted to get kind of a close-up of in the pines. I still need to work on my piloting skills. It's a little rough. Obviously I was spinning way too fast there. I need to slow those down, but in some respects I was trying to maybe capture some good video there. That was a full throttle ascent just to see what kind of speed it could get, and there we are up in the pine tree again. One thing that's nice with the Syma is it does have prop guards, and they seem to work pretty well. I did fly it in the house a couple of times, and it bounces off of things, and it doesn't drop out of the sky like some of the micro quadcopters do when you bump into stuff. There's our pretty house, actually not our house, the landlord's house, but we like it. It's kind of doing a slow pan. There you can see the lights reflecting in the window. And I think my first unscheduled landing is about to come up here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it landed on its feet, so got right back up in the air. Need to really slow down the yaw. I did all this flying on low rate. I didn't want to get crazy or anything. The Syma X5C has 2 rates, a high and a low rate. I haven't gotten too much into seeing if there's any customization you can do on the transmitter. It looks pretty cheap, so I'd really doubt it. And I don't remember from the other videos I've watched before I made my purchase if this includes any way to make adjustments on the transmitter, or if it uses any other transmitters that might be a little higher quality. There was little bit of a skip there. One of the challenges I find is when trying to do the coordinated turns, maintaining the altitude. The altitude and the yaw, or spin if you like, are on the same stick, and so while you're trying to put left or right yaw in, sometimes you unintentionally decrease or increase the throttle, and it's just they're definitely a handful. You got to stay on top of it, but I'm starting to get the feel for it. And then out of nowhere, the tree got a feel for the quad, and sent it down to the ground upside down. Gave it a quick check and set it back up, and we're right back up in the air. So that was probably about a 4 or 5 foot drop, and no problems. There's a pass by me. So we're coming up on the next time. I got too close to the tree. This time it didn't even fall. It just hung up there, and I had to go yank it down. Yeah, got it. Here we're gonna go forward really fast and not maintain altitude. Darn it. But again, landed on my feet up in the air, and right about here is where you don't get a whole lot of warning. It just kind of, you lose power and it lands. That's it. All done. Time to go get a fresh battery.